Okay, so we are done with our first part of the advanced chapter in the Enscape Expert course, where we took over an exterior render. Now it's time to go into interior renders. So the file that I have here, you can find it in the exercise files. And if I go through it, it's basically a small apartment. And I chose this because I wanted to do as many kinds of interior rendering as possible. So first, we have a living room that is located right here. And then we also have a dining room, which is right here. And then over here, as you can see, we have a kitchen. Now, before we start doing all the materials and all of the lighting, the composition, and all of that, first I want to show you how you can get high quality 3D models to use in your interior projects in the SketchUp 3D warehouse. So let me just open the SketchUp 3D warehouse first. So I have opened the SketchUp 3D warehouse here, and let's say I want to try and find a sofa in the 3D warehouse. So I'm just going to type in sofa. And as you can see, there is many kind of sofas that come up. So you have 4 different categories from which you can choose your 3D models in the SketchUp 3D warehouse. You have the product section, the model section, the collections, and the catalogs. Now, I usually suggest you to find as much as possible 3D models from the product section. And that's because these are official brands that are doing the modeling just for the sake of their marketing and for their products to be used in rendering and 3D models. So they pay a lot of attention to the details in the 3D models. So as you can see, most of these sofas are very high quality, and you can use plenty of these sofas right here. But let's say you cannot find what you need in the product section. So if you go to models, most of the models here are not as high quality as you would like them. Some of them are actually, some of them are pretty good, but one quick way for you to filter out only the good models is this section right here, which is the file size and the polygon size. So obviously, the more polygons a 3D model has, the more surfaces and the smoother the surfaces are, which it doesn't directly mean that they're more realistic, but the chances of the 3D model to be more realistic are higher. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set the minimum threshold for the polygons of the models to something like 5K max. And you can see that there's more filtering done to the 3D models. There's still some bad ones that are showing up, like this one, or I guess this one maybe as well. But as you can see, this is pretty good. It has some depth to it, which is fine. And this is one of the ways that I use to find good and high quality assets. So if I turn this even higher, you can see that there's even more detailed furniture. Obviously, not all of them are as detailed because sometimes there's just a random kitchen like here. And obviously, the kitchen has a lot of polygons because there's a lot of different furniture in there. And yeah, this is pretty much it in terms of the model section. But something else you can look for as well is the collection, because there's a lot of people that actually do kind of their own libraries, and they save high quality 3D models from SketchUp. So we could check this one, for example, and this collection has most of their furniture seems like is high quality. So this, for example, is not high quality, but you can kind of tell that this has a lot of detail into it. These ones are very well modeled, it seems like, but actually you have to test them out, import them, and all of that. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the importing and all of the sourcing of the furniture in this course because that's boring, and you will always need to use different furniture in different projects, so we won't actually learn anything from it. I'm just kind of showing you the thought process of how I filter out high quality assets from the SketchUp warehouse. So in the 3D model that we will use, I already have imported all of the main furniture and all of the main assets that we're going to use in this project. Now what I'm going to do is, right after this lesson, we're going to take a look at the composition.